subscribe button, the bell notification. You can share it. Also, if you're interested in some of the products that I have that kind of help me out with this channel, the links are down below. If you can, if you order anything from them, just helps out the channel a lot. We're trying to just grow it. We've grown a lot in the last pretty much month and a half because of this kayak right here. That video blown up, so I thank all of you guys that are reviewing it. I just need some more subscribers, which is going to help. But hey, if you don't like what I do, don't subscribe. It's fine with me. Just keep watching my videos. So this is kind of a review, but kind of not a review of the old MAGELLAN here. Like I said, that video blew up. A lot of people want me to do a review on it, which is a full review is coming for sure. I've messed around a little bit, put some different mods on it. The steering's a little bit better, but from everything I'm reading, it's just the steering here. If we can just bring it down here a little bit. This is just not wide enough. So I'm in a standstill right now. Well, I have been in a standstill right now about what to do about it. And I've been looking at a lot of videos, and I finally just pulled the trigger. Boom. We're going to fix the steering on the old MAGELLAN, which is coming up in a later video. Feel Free has a really nice steering mechanism back here that is a lot wider. I've seen a couple guys with Riot Kayaks, who's the same maker of the MAGELLAN, put them on there, and they put the 8-ball lever up here. I was going to do that. Still might do that in the future, but we're going to see what the next one is. I had a few other options. I was going to kind of add on to this one to make it wider, but here's what I did. Tiny Boat Nation. Where's it at? This is how I'm going to fix my steering. Bam. The AUTOBOAT GPS system for your low budget trolling motors, like the Motorola Endura. The motor guide won't work because the shaft is too small unless you can figure out an adapter. I think Water Snake you can use it on it, and also what's the other one? I got it over there. It's coming to me. But pretty much all of them, but I think Motor Guide, and there's one other one. You can only use them on the trolling motors that has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 speeds. You can't use them on pretty much like the video I did with a PWM 0 to 100. You can do it. There is a separate video for that. I have both trolling motors, but for right now I think we're just going to use it on my Motorola Endura. I have a 34 foot-pound thrust that we're going to put it on. I also have a 55 thrust pound. I'm gonna maybe put it on there also, but on this one I'm stuck on where to put it. Do I put it where the pedal drive's at, or do I put it in the rear? It's already got the holes for it for a mounting plate, or do I put it in the front? So you'll see in the video, the AUTOBOAT will work both front and back, but when you have it on the back, it won't do the GPS is going to be all screwed up, because this is designed for pulling your vessel versus pushing. So just like most trolling motors go on the front, that's how it's designed. That's how the GPS works. So your spot lock and your navigate will kind of be off. So do I just put it on the back and run it that way, or do I put it on the front? You can also put it where the pedal drive goes, and your navigation and your spot lock will both work, which this AUTOBOAT has. So it's really great. There's nothing else out there like that for the, I wouldn't say it's cheaper trolling motors, but a lot of people have these trolling motors where they put them on their john boats or their kayaks and they just go. This has everything that your $3,000 trolling motors have. And you can also have an app for it. You can put in there, you can put maps, you can log your maps, and then all of a sudden you click the button and it follows that map. You can put waypoints on it. There's so much you can do with this. It comes with the remote and your phone app. It's just amazing. So what we're going to do is, before we put it on the Magellan, and by the way, I qualified for the KBF Kayak Bass Fishing National Championships of the Knucklehead Series. I'm on Team Creek. You can follow him. I'll put his link down below, and the KBF link also. I won June tournament. I won it by like 5 inches. So I qualified to go to Lake Guntersville, which I'm so excited for, in October. I think there's 8 to 10 teams that are all competing, 5 on each team. So I'm looking forward to that. I just don't know which kayak I'm going to use. I don't know if I'm going to use Magellan, which I really want to because it's a newer kayak. I want to get it out there and show people, you know, what it's good for. Or my Ascend, which I keep down on the lake, which I fish on the lake pretty much every day out of it. But we're going to put this together on the Ascend right now, test it out, and then decide if we're going to take that one or if we're going to take Magellan. If we're taking the Magellan, that's going to be the review and also the install on the old Magellan here. But as of right now, we are going to install it on the Ascend. Now, you've seen in my previous videos where I put the PWM on the Ascend. It's got the trolling motor on the back, 40 foot-pounds, and it runs great. I steer it with my feet. I go 0 to 100. It's really nice, but I really want to get, you know, like the hands and feet free of going down fishing, not worry about my foots or which way I'm going. I can push a button and it goes. I catch a fish, I can put spot lock and it goes right there. A lot of times with the Ascend, I'll catch a fish, and if it's a bigger fish, which I've been catching a lot lately, it'll pretty much take me in that direction. So I push spot lock, it holds me right there. I can worry about landing the fish, and away we go. So actually, we're going to have a front trolling motor and a rear trolling motor. That way I can, which I'm driving to my fishing spots, I can use the rear one, and when I get to my fishing spots, I can put it on the AUTOBOAT, and away we go. So that's what today is. We got to build a mount on the front of the Ascend, and then we're going to assemble the AUTOBOAT, which takes 5 to 10 minutes. It's very easy, no tools required. Very high-end products here. It's just great. I'm not sponsored by these. I'm not sponsored by Tiny Boat Nation. I just, for some reason, I looked at it, and I finally got it. So we're going to get this installed, put it on a kayak, when we're going to go fishing hopefully this afternoon. It's supposed to be a major bite this afternoon. So we're going to get it all ready for it. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back. We got the all Ascend up on the bank here. Pulled it out of the bank to work on it. I had to do some work on the bottom end of it. It was leaking a little bit, so I put some keel guards on the front and the back yesterday. Plenty of videos out for that, so I didn't really do one, but it's really nice material. So anyway, I got her up here, got it all cleaned off. I was going to put it in the front right here, if you can see it with the strap there. But I just put the strap on, I riveted it in, and I really don't want to cut all that out, and I can pull it up there. So I really want to keep the strap there. So what I'm going to do is mount it on the side here. And this is all DIY mounting. I actually did one on the back. It's lasted a year now and it's still going strong. So Got these L brackets. Got these at Lowe's, but you can get them anywhere. They're pretty cheap. I bought a package of like 6 or 8 for 10 bucks. Pretty easy. So we're gonna mount it pretty much right there, just like that. Put a 2x4 on it, just like I have in the rear, and then we are going to put the kayak right here. So, and then when I put it down in the water, the GPS will take over and I'll be good to go. You can take it off and on. I'm going to put this mount not only on this kayak, I'm going to do it on the Magellan, like I said, and also going to put it on the old John boat right there. Got the motor put on it yesterday, 9.9 Johnson. It runs great. I had a foot control, but I moved it over to the skiff here. And eventually I might put this mount on the skiff too and use it anywhere I want to. So it's going to be universal. I can take it off one vessel, put it on the other, so it's great. All right, so let's get started. I have a piece of the nylon cutting board I bought at Walmart for like $9. I'm gonna cut a section off here. It's gonna get bolted down to the kayak because it's just not strong enough just for the mount itself. Then we'll put that on, get it all bolted in, put the 2x4 on, and we're going to be good to go, and hopefully we will get out on the lake. All right, we got the nylon cutting board all cut out. It's cut out to the contour of the kayak. All right, we're going to drill the holes in it. We're going to get it mounted. We're going to put the brackets on it, cut the 2x4 for it, get it all up here, and then install the AUTOBOAT GPS system for the trolling motor. So stay tuned. All right, we got the board all drilled out. Drilled it with the step drill so they fit flush, perfect. Got the holes drilled in the kayak. We're going to get this mounted. Definitely going to put some silicone on there so no leaks. I just fixed the bottom leak, so I don't want any top leaks. I'm using all stainless steel. It's 1/4x20 bolts, nuts, washers, everything. So we're going to get this mounted, put the brackets on, cut the 2x4, put it on, and we're going to go fishing here soon. Stay tuned. All right, we got the bracket all made. It is not the nice ones you can order off Amazon or anything like that, but it works. DIY, very cheap, less than $10 maybe, and it works great. As you can see, the one on my rear has been on for a year. All right, it doesn't look, I mean, it looks okay. It doesn't look professional like the ones you buy, but them things are $40 to $100 and some. So this works. I ran this for a year, still strong. You know, eventually I could probably replace the 2x4, but other than that, we're good to go. It's very strong. All right, very strong. Get you down here. We're going to just test mount the trolling motor. Make sure it fits good. Perfect fit. Screwed on here. After we test fit this, we're going to take it up. We're going to put the AUTOBOAT system on it. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. All right, so we definitely got to wire it to the, we'll eventually get 2 batteries, one for this one for the rear. Right now we're just running 1 battery. lithium battery, and it's in the rear. So what we're going to do is just wire this with a circuit breaker, 30 amp, to the battery, and that should be it. Very easy. So let's get this up. Let's get it on the little jig I got, and we'll put the AUTOBOAT system on it. It's what we've been waiting on, and very easy. 10 minutes, probably 15 minutes me explaining it, and then we'll get her back down here. All right, got the Minn Kota Endura. I believe this is a 34-pound thrust, so plenty for what we're going to be doing in the kayak. It's all I got it mounted up here on the picnic table just for a little jig, and we're going to get ready to install the AUTOBOAT. Like I said, should usually only take 10 or 15 minutes. It's really easy to take off and on. You should change it. You can change it out from one trolling motor to another if you want to, or like I'm going to, just use the same trolling motor for different vehicles, for different vessels. All right. Now I do have a little confession to make. I have already used this. The wife and I took a little anniversary extended weekend trip, northern Florida, Crescent Lake. Supposed to be bass capital of the world. We went all the way down to the end of the lake called Dead Lake, and then at Dead Lake there's a creek called Bull Creek, and that's where we took the old Coleman Crawdad little John boat, my Newport 55. We put this on that and cruised up and down that creek with no problems at all. It was so great just to hit a button and worry about fishing and not about steering your boat. So I have cheated, so this pre-install should be pretty easy, but here we go. Very easy. When you open your box, it's not going to look like this. They got, you know, nice little cardboard cuts here that separates everything, but this is what you're going to get. Right here's what they call the brain, the black box. Pretty much it's a PWM kind of, sorta. This what controls your trolling motor. All right, next thing is the official word for this is, I don't want to mess it up, so we're going to get your little thing out. All right, this is the auto drive system. All right, here's all your components that come in it. This is your auto drive system. This is basically what controls your trolling motor right here. All right, next thing is, this is your GPS unit. This is what the black box tells it what to do, the GPS satellites. All right, that goes on there. You got your depth collar right here. Boom, depth collar. Your remote, extra battery, and there's a thumb screw that comes loose on it. I already have it on there. Somewhere in this mix it's on there already. So that's what you get in the box. All right, they do have a QR code for you to watch it. You can go on and watch, there's many videos on there. TV Nation just put out a great video on it. If you don't like my video, you can watch his. There's a couple other videos out there, so very easy to install. We're going to do this right now, and it does have, let's see, there's might have been the other instructions that has a, oh no, QR code right there. That'll download your app for you on your iPhone or Android, and we'll go through that after we get it all installed. All right, so let's get you right here. Okay, try to get you close so you can see it. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the original depth collar here, and we're going to loosen it, and we're going to bring it up here. Now, you don't you can take this off. You don't really need it. I'm using it just because I want to use it just for an extra brace or an extra lock. So that's what we're going to do there. Now we're going to put on our collar. All right, and this is where the extra screw comes in. It's not on here when you get it. It's laying in the box. See, I've already got it on. One other thing you will need, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do it now, is just some, you can see it on here already, some white lithium grease. All right, just make sure that just stays on there for white lithium grease. All right, so as you can see, kind of like a little bracket here. All right, this goes right where the tensioner is at, right here. So what we're going to do, without killing my trolling motor, is we're going to take this out completely, and we're going to let this rest on the ground just like that. All right, now open this up, put it on there. It should just slide right down in there. First we need to do that, and that'll slide right there. Take the screw that just came out of there and just tighten it up on there. Doing this left-handed is not good. There we go. All right, very easy. All right, here's your control. All right, we are going to put it, boom. All right, now we're going to put the depth collar, bam, right here. This is your the new depth collar that comes with it. This is the old one. Like I said, you can remove that if you want to. You can put it on top of this one so you have a double lock. You can put it in between the head and the GPS unit, or you can totally take it out. I'm keeping it on there. All right, put this down there. Now again, these brackets that I'm putting on there, the depth collar and the control, is made for, like I said, pretty much any of the cheaper transom-mount trolling motors, except for a motor guide, which I have a brand new motor guide in there. So I thought about seeing if I could adjust it, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna just leave it alone. But Newport, I think Water Snake, Minn Kota, those are the main ones. All right, let's put our screw right here. Here's our normal video with our cat, Boris. Say hi, Boris. He always likes to help out everything. All right, so we're just going to tighten this down pretty good on the shaft. Oh, Boris. Say, all right. And then wherever you want you set your depth, this is what will be. All right, and then what happens is, so just say our depth is going to be, you know, all right, just say right there is our depth. We're going to tighten it up pretty tight. All right, then it just fits right down in there, the two teeth together, and now there you go. All right, perfect. Bam. All right, that's next. Now your GPS unit is going to be next. This is what a lot of people run into, the problems. They put it on wrong. So again, like I was saying, if you're going to put this on the rear, everything will work but your GPS and your navigation and your spot lock. It'll work. It's just kind of a little different. So you definitely want to put it if you have a kayak in the middle of your kayak, you know, where the pedals go, or you can put it up front like I'm doing. You always want to have where the handle's at pointed away from you. All right, so if you're putting on the front, the handle will be going out. Now, I just recently replaced the control switch in here. It went bad on me, so I went ahead and took my whole handle out. Now, one thing you got to do is remember is when you do this, you got to put it on number 5 speed. All right, I've already done that. But if you got the handle on there, you can keep the handle on there if you like. I didn't do it because this is probably the only way I'm going to be using this trolling motor. But it's on number 5 already, and I took the handle out, but the handle's always pointing away from you. So if you have it on the front of your kayak or your boat or any vessel you have, the handle will be pointing out towards the water. The reason why is, here comes your GPS unit. All right, we're going to put this down here and adjust it right there. All right, GPS unit, you can see the arrow. All right, the arrow points forward. All right, so it comes with 2 little screws here. Be careful of the nuts here. They fit loosely in there, so you want to, so I just keep one on, I think. Can I do this? Yep, there we go. All right, you want to make sure it is directly in line. All right, any little bit that it's going to be off, it will not perform. All right, so just make sure it is aligned straight. It's pretty good right there. All right, snug it up there tightly. And there's the install on the trolling motor. Super easy. The only thing I would do is get some electrical tape and tape your wire up here like this. Otherwise, it's gonna be in the way and could get into your propeller. So just keep that up there. Wrap some tape around it, and you're gonna be fine. All right, there's that. We're gonna get the black box hooked up to it, and I'll show you how it kind of works right here on the bench, and then we'll take it down there real quick. So. All right, so I got the electrical tape, taped the wire up just like we said. So that's done. All right, now we can hook it up to the black box. Comes with these nice little screws. You can just, I have the wrong ends on mine. These are from a previous installation for the PWM, but it'll work right now until I can get the right ones on there. So you basically just hook your power wire from your red black wire from your trolling motor into the black box. All right, that should be good right there. All right, then the power wires coming out of the black box go into the battery. And we're going to try to get it. All right, and then we're going to hook the battery up here in a second. I just got to readjust some things. Your GPS unit right here. All right, nice little fitting right here. It's pretty easy. Yellow goes into yellow. You just line it up, and all it does is just snap in like that. To take it off, you twist it and pull it. All right, with the control, same thing. Blue on blue, line it up, bam. All right, that's installed right there. All we gotta do is install it on the battery, which I'm gonna move the battery over. This is my previous video on the battery box I made. I'm actually got the old Yolotek power pole out. and that's how I'm running my camera right now during this install. All right, so we're going to hook up the power wires to the battery to let you know it is powered. All right, get these wires off. These wires won't be like this when you put it on your boat, but we're going to leave it there for right now. All right, if you look at the instructions, it tells you, get you to readjust. All right, if you look at the instructions, it tells you how to do it. So to program it or to calibrate it when you're first brand new, now I've already done this, but we're going to do it anyway. You get the remote, all right, your N button right here, navigate button. You hold that down for 5 seconds, and what it'll do, it'll calibrate and it'll do a 360. Now to calibrate it and to have your GPS work, make sure you are outside, not inside, because your GPS won't work on the inside. So what we're going to do, we're going to hold these wires because it's going to turn 360 degrees. All right, so what we're going to do, we turned it on, all right, and we're going to calibrate it now. The way to calibrate it is the N button right here. We're going to hold that down for 5 seconds, all right? Once you hold it down for 5 seconds, it's going to calibrate. It's going to turn 360 degrees one way, 360 degrees the other, and then it will be calibrated. Hold it down. There we go. Now it's calibrating. There we go. All right, and you are good to go now. You can go fishing actually now, or just go out boating. All right, here's your nice little remote. Left. All right, left, right, boom. Turn the motor on. And you got 10 basically 10 beeps or 10 steps or 10 speeds. All right, every one is 10%, so that is 1% right there. If you can let me move you around. All right, you can see the propeller right there. That's 1, 2, 3. This is where I was mostly using it on the Coleman Crawdad number 3, just cruising along and fishing. A little bit heavier boat, a kayak. I'm not sure. We'll have to test it out on a kayak. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As long as you hear its beep, it's turning up. All right, no more beeps. So that's 10 right there, mowing pretty good. All right, bring it back down. All right, other options on the remote here. You got your anchor mode. All right, you catch a fish, push this button, it'll stay right there. Navigate. I love navigate. So what navigate does is wherever you point your kayak, you push this button, it's going to go in a straight line on whatever speed you have it on. And then if you're going around a turn, all you got to do is go left or right. That's how it works. That's what I use mostly when I was fishing, just push it on navigate. And then we were in a kind of like a river, creek, big creek, so it did have bends to it, but I still use navigate button. Every time I went around a bend, I just clicked it, left or right, which is great. You got your on off button, and then you have your cruise button, so you can just cruise it. You just put it on there and it's cruise control basically. So this remote is also on your app, but also you get some extras with the app. Now your remote will reach farther Bluetooth than your phone. So if you're out on the water, I recommend just using the remote. You can use your phone also. Just remember, your phone has to stay on the whole time for the remote to work, which will run down your battery. So I suggest this one. Now on your remote, you do have a few more options that you can't have on this one, and we'll go through that here in a few minutes. So there's the install. I know it took a little bit longer just because I'm explaining everything, but it is super quick. You just have to adjust the height of the motor now, and you're good to go. So now we're just going to get it, all the wires, take them back off. We're going to take it down to the kayak, mount it there, and figure out how we're going to do our wiring. So be right back. All right, everybody. Major thunderstorm just went through for the past about hour and a half. So we kind of delayed our coming out to the lake. We do have everything installed. Everything's kind of wired up right now. It doesn't look like it much, but I just wanted to get out here on the lake. Only got a couple hours left of sunlight. I wanted to show you guys how it is. A little high, more than what I like. I would maybe cut the shaft and shorten it a little bit. Not for sure yet. Or we could lower it more into the water, but wanted to get out here, show you guys. All right, so we're gonna turn it on. One beat means it on. All right, and we're just gonna, all right, pointer straight, and then we're gonna hit the navigate button. All right, and then we're going to bump it up. There's 1, 2, 3. First got to make sure my trolling motor in the back is good. Ooh, there's some lining. We are going in reverse, so we don't want that. All right, so what we're going to do is shut it off, turn it back on. All right, now we're going to hold the navigate button down for 5 seconds. All right, there we go. It's configuring itself. All right, boom. All right, let's get this thing turned around. All right, that's the rear. All right. Do, do, do. So I just made a mistake, or I didn't make a mistake. I forgot when I had this on before. Actually, no. So what has happened is when I put the head on, I put the head on wrong. So it's kind of running in reverse right now. So we're just going to hit navigate, boom, there we go. Now we can start fishing. Cooled off tremendously, so hopefully the bite's going to turn on here. It's supposed to be 7 o'clock major feeding going on, so hopefully we're going to so yeah, all I got to do is when I get back in, I'm just going to turn the head around.
So this is what it is. I'm on navigate right now. It's just pointing down the canal, and all I got to do is basically just hit the button left or right just to go around some barricades or go around a corner, but otherwise it's just heading down in a straight line. And I'm on speed number 3, I believe, so oh, we're on already. Okay, this is where we hit the spot lock. Not bad bass, spot lock. It's a little bass. All right, look at that. Already got fish on. Haven't been in the boat 2 minutes. Look at that, nice little bass. Got on the old chatterbait. Barely got it, but we got it. All right, look at that. See, look at that. I'm in spot lock right now, where we're not really going anywhere. That fish is warm too. We're gonna throw it back. It's not gonna help me. I need pretty much 20-inch bass. All right. All right, so now we can get back on the navigate. All right, first bass in the boat. There we go. Oh, we're on again. We're on again. Oh, this is a good one. All right, we're going to put it in spot lock. Oh, I forgot my net. Oh no. Another one. Not one we wanted, but it's one we got. All right, fish number 2. 5 minutes in, 2 fish. All right, welcome back everybody. After that second catch yesterday, a big, huge storm came in, so we had to abort the mission we were on to show you the new AUTOBOAT we got installed on the old Ascend here. It looks like we got weather coming in again tonight, but it looks like we might have an hour or so I can get out and show you what this thing can do. So it's off right now. You just turn it on, you hear 1 beep. All right, 1 beep tells you it's on. If you get 2 or 3 beeps, and you know there's some troubleshooting to do, and it's all in the pamphlet. If not, you can call their hotline, which it gives both the guys, one from Tiny Boat Nation, the other one, what's his channel? I'll link his channel down below. But they give you their own personal phone numbers to call them for troubleshooting. So that's tremendous customer support right now. So we're on. All right, I want to go right down the center of this. I was about ready to say fairway. I golf. I'm at a golf course all day long for my normal job, but we're going to go straight down the canal. So what we want to do is we want to point it down the canal, push the navigation button, which is right here, and what it's going to do, then bump up your speed however much you want to go. What that's going to do, that's going to go in a straight line right down the center of the canal. All I got to do is maneuver it left and right. There's a couple of trees down there, so that's all I got to do to it is just maneuver it, and it goes until you pretty much shut it off. So you'll see after I get out of the canal, I can go left or right or straight across. If I go left or right, all I got to do is just get on here, still keep it in navigation mode, turn left, turn right, and it goes until you get into a straight line again. It turns and it goes in a straight line. So Wonderful mode. I love that when I'm fishing. I usually just keep it in there. When I catch a fish, I'll come over here to the spot lock, which is the anchor or anchor mode, whatever people call it. Keeps me right there while I catch a fish. I don't have to worry about my kayak going into a tree or going aground or anything like that. So that's great. Of course, the on-off button, and then the cruise button. Here's your speed right here. You got 10 speeds. So normally, on a you know, like a Minn Kota Enduro, you got 5 speeds forward, 3 back. This one you now have 10 speeds, and it's all in 10% increments. I think I am on 2% right now. Perfect cruising for fishing. If you know, if you're doing some, I got the chatterbait out now, reaction baits, anything like that. So this is an amazing product. I love it. It's definitely going to be transferred from one vessel to the other. And just show you a little bit of it. The other day I showed you 2 catches back to back and put it on auto. Now the other day I told you all I had to put a new control switch in the head of this because the other one burned up. Ordered it, got it in, wired it up correctly. I double, tripled, quadruple checked my wiring, and it was wired up correctly. I just think the switch was made wrong. And all you got to do there is just reverse the negative and the power on the switch, and now it's going correctly. Before it was all in reverse mode. That's the only way I could go forward. Now I got it in forward mode, and that's all it was just a quick wire change, and then away we go. It's working perfectly now. Oh, we're on again. This is a good one. This is a good one. Oh yeah. Put her in anchor mode. Not the big one we want, but she will do. Oh, could be a big one. We're putting it in anchor lock. This looks like a big one. Maybe, maybe not. Definitely a bass, not a big one. Wow, I thought it was freaking a big one. Wow. Definitely not going to be an upgrade. But man, it friggin' tugged on it first thing. Not bad little thing. See how we're in anchor mode now? We're staying right where we fucking caught the fish. And we're gonna release it. Alright everybody, so you've seen everything, the installation, how the AUTOBOAT works on your trolling motor and on your boat or your kayak. Now we're going to go through the app, and that'll pretty much do it for the video. So when you get your box, you have all your GPS unit, the motor drive, everything that's in there. But also what's in there is this card right here, and this card also has if you need any help at all, at pretty much any time, they both, Mike and Justin, both leave their number here for you, which is great. You can leave your review, which I'm getting ready to do soon, but also you get your kind of like instruction manual right here. It tells you how to install it and everything like that. All your parts that come in the box right here also comes with a QR code. This QR code downloads it on either your Android or your Apple phone. Alright, so I've already installed right here. Nope, that's not it. Alright, bam, AUTOBOAT right here. Alright, first thing you want to do, definitely hook up your Bluetooth to your AUTOBOAT. Every time you push one of these buttons, it'll turn blue. It's not going to connect because it's down on the kayak right now, of course. Also tell your battery, all these other things down here. Your toolbars, your connect, your Bluetooth, your anchor mode, your navigation, your cruise, and your recording. I'll go through recording here in a few. But right up here is your 3 lines here. That's kind of like your menu. There's your version, so if they ever download a new version, you can download it. This tells you the latest version. You can also email them if you have any questions. Now here's what you're in your settings. So you got fishing spots, fishing tracks, manual fishing tracks, start compass calibration, erase all remote control, and your AUTOBOAT device settings. Alright, let's go through this first. Your AUTOBOAT device settings. We're going to go in here, and here's your 3 different settings. Your gain for speed control on anchor mode, your stern mount mode, and your anti-cord wrap mode, which we'll go through that. But your gain for speed control on anchor mode is very important. So you have these 1, 2, 3, 4 different settings right here. And what this is, when you're on anchor mode and it you know, is turning direction, this is kind of like the force of how it engages the trolling motor and the, you know, keeping you right there on your anchor. So you have the kayak, you have the small boat, the large boat, and the custom gain, where you can actually move it back and forwards to customize the gain value. Of course, I have mine in kayak, so I keep it on a kayak. Even when I took it out in the old Coleman Crawdad, I still use it on kayak. So what this does, when it's moving direction, trying to keep you right there on the GPS coordinates for your anchor mode, this is the force of how it turns. On kayak, it's going to be very, very light turning, and once you increase it to a large boat, it will definitely use a lot of force to turn that, because it's trying to move a heavy boat. If you're in a kayak or a small boat, do not put it on large boat or small boat. I recommend kayak, but if you have it on anything up to 14 feet, I do small boat. If you got more than 14 feet, definitely the large boat, and of course your custom gain. So very important settings right here. If you have it on large boat and you're in a kayak, it's going to turn you very sharply and could throw you out. Tiny Boat Nation actually has a video where he was on a small craft, and he forgot he had it on large boat, and when it turned, it actually threw him out of the boat. So again, I have mine on kayak. I recommend that if you have anything under 14 feet. Your stern mount mode, all right, it's disabled now because I have on the bow. Of course, if you put it on the stern, you want to enable it. That way your controls all go back to, you know, to control it on the stern mode. And then your anti-cord wrap, always keep that enabled. I don't know why you want to disable it. That's pretty much what we can say about it. All right, fishing spots. This is where you can put your waypoints in. Your fishing tracks, of course. Manual fishing tracks. You can see right now I have from where I live over to the other side of the lake in the 3rd canal. You can name it that. You can also reverse track it. Push save. That way, once you get to the point where you're going to go, it'll turn back around and follow that way all the way back to where you started from. Alright, Lake Stella was another lake the wife and I went to. Alright, so what that does, your manual fishing tracks, you can set it, get in your kayak or your small vessel, and it'll follow that track that you laid out on the map. And it'll just keep following that until you basically turn it off. Start compass calibration. It's the same thing we did when you calibrate the the unit when it's on the boat, so you don't need to do that unless you can do it from here. Erase all remote controls, you don't want to do that either. All right, here we're back at the home screen again. You got your anchor, your nav point. Basically this is your remote right here on your phone. If you want to make your own map, you can go here, and right now you can see where I'm at right here. All right, so there's a little boat right here. This is my canal that leads out into the lake, and you can see what I have previously done. This is one of my tracks. I'm out here and I'm going all the way down the bank right here around this nice little circle of pads right there. I've caught some big fish. I go through there and I go all the way through the canal to the end, and then it's reversed and it goes right back home. That's just one of mine right there. The way to do it, you just kind of you can use your finger or any kind of pointer and just keep poking the screen, and that's what it will do. Touching the screen and it'll draw a straight line basically, and there's your map. And you just save it. Once you save it, it will you can name it. It'll give it some name, but you can actually name it yourself. And then that's one of your tracks that you can use right there. Let's see, recording. If you want to start track recording right here, you get in your kayak or your boat or whatever you are, and wherever you go it's going to record it, and then when you're done you can save it as one of your tracks that you can use later on down the road. So all right, there's that. That's pretty much it. Stop track recording, and this will give you, this is the name right here. It'll give you, and then you can go back in and rename it right there. That's a good way. So this is your remote. It's really great. It's an alternative to your regular blue remote that comes with it. But remember, if you're using this on your boat, your kayak, it has to stay on the whole time, and you're going to use a lot of battery power. So recommended using your little handheld remote first, and this will just be alternate. But this is great because you can go in and create your maps and your waypoints. So there's a remote. Here's a review again for the AUTOBOAT. It's a great product. I tremendously recommend this product. It's unbelievable what has come into the industry that's helped, you know, the kayakers, the small boat guys who don't want to pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a GPS trolling motor. Now you can do it for, you know, depends how cheap you can get a trolling motor, $700 or below. It's amazing. I will be using it pretty much on every vessel I have, and go out and get you some. tinyboatnation.com, and I'll have everybody's link down below. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you out. Hope this makes you decide if you can use one or not. Hit that subscribe button, bell notification, share it please, really like it, and thanks for watching.